What's up, brothers? This is David Lyon, founder of Evolving Man. So in the past couple of days, I've had some really cool, inspiring, open conversations with men from the Evolving Man community about their experience in relationship to women, being summertime, seeing women, seeing more skin of women out in public, and the effects that it has on them. And so I heard a lot the experience of feeling ashamed for feeling sexually attracted to women, and also feeling like they're losing energy. So in particular, like I heard a man say, I see a beautiful woman, I feel attracted to her, and then it almost feels like my energy goes fully out to her, and I feel drained afterwards. And so I think that that's a really common experience for men. And because I have learned a couple of things in regards to that, I want to share that. So my experience has really changed. And nowadays, when I go through the city and I see women that I'm attracted to, it brings so much joy to me because I feel what it does to my body. Like I feel the sexual energy coming up. I feel just the flow, the pure life juice, and I own it and I enjoy it. And there's nothing that I expect from the women that I feel attracted to. And so there are a couple of things that I think have led to that. One is I don't feel ashamed of the sexual energy. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's bad. I think bad things have been done with that energy. And so we collectively have like this belief that like all men are predators and this sexual energy is dangerous and bad. And it's been used that way. But when you push it away, you actually make it worse. So to fully own your sexual energy and to learn to feel it in your body. So this is what I do. I just take time to like really enjoy the sensations that I get in my body when I see a woman that I'm attracted to. And ultimately, like it has very little to do with her. There's nothing that she needs to give to me for me to have that experience. Now, because of things that we have learned, what happens with our energy is like this one man described, is like it goes out to her. And there's almost like this sense that she needs to somehow approve of my sexual energy, or she needs to give something back to me so that I can feel okay about my experience. And so what I want to say is that these are learned patterns that you got, and that is not how your sexual energy would flow naturally. Okay? And so I want this to be an encouragement. Like, I think the natural way that your sexual energy would flow is to just move through your body and you would just enjoy the experience. But again, because we have certain blocks in our body and because we've learned that our sexual energy is bad, that we shouldn't have it, that we feel ashamed about it, and so on and so forth, it goes out. And so my encouragement for you, if you relate to that, is to really take time when you have that experience and really notice what is it that actually happens when that energy goes out, when you leak energy. Because again, there's something that you're doing that is leading to that. It's not what this energy would naturally do. And so the more that you start tracking in your body what is happening, the more you will start noticing what it is that you need to change or adapt so that the energy can just stay in your body and you can start just having a good experience when you feel attracted to a woman that you pass by without expecting anything from her, without feeling ashamed about your experience, without any of the stories, any of the layers that we all inherited. Again, there's nothing wrong with that, and you're certainly not alone with this. And it doesn't have to stay that way. Okay? And like the moment that I start owning this energy in my body as mine, right? And the woman that I'm seeing, she's just like the trigger for it. But it's my energy. And so the way that I relate to that energy has very little to do with her. It's my responsibility and my job to find a healthy and juicy and enjoyable way to relate to it. And that's, like, in the first place, very much an internal process. And I'm sharing this also because we're preparing this training called Radical Embodied Aliveness, which is starting on Friday in 2 days. And that is one of the reasons why we're creating this online training, is that the moment that we as men start to come back to our bodies and start arriving in the aliveness that is always there and that is not dependent on the approval of anyone else, we're getting into a space that is so much more free. And in that way, we can relate to women in our lives in a very different way. Because if I step in front of a woman that I feel attracted to, and I just feel whatever is going on in my body, but I'm not expecting her to reciprocate it or to approve of that energy. I'm just here with my experience. That's gonna have a big effect on her. And so I'm not saying like she's always gonna love me for that and feel crazy attracted to me, but she's actually gonna feel free to tune into her own body and see what is going on for her, instead of feeling like, oh, there's this guy and he wants something from me, so I need to like use all these ways of protection that every woman has learned to just hold off men who are not able to relate to their sexual energy in a healthy way. And so that will not lead to a juicy interaction. But again, when I learn to just feel in my body the sexual charge that is there, and I'm enjoying it, so basically I'm enjoying the energy that is going on inside of me while being present with the woman that I'm attracted to, that creates a whole different space and a whole different possibility of meeting each other. All right, so if that speaks to you, if you're curious to learn more about this experience of like, what does it feel like when you feel really like you're able to own your own sexual energy or your own life energy. It doesn't even have to be sexual. It can be any emotion, anything where there's life flowing through your body. The more that you learn to own that, it's going to affect your experience on so many levels so heavily, all right? So check out the Radical Embodied Aliveness online training. We're starting on Friday. There's a couple of more spaces. I highly encourage you to check this out, because practicing the stuff that we're gonna look at in this training has changed my life radically. I feel so much more confident and grounded and connected to my body. And again, there are like so many secondary positive consequences to that. So I'm gonna put the link in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And as always, with Evolving Man, you're seen, you're loved, you're appreciated. Keep evolving, and I shall talk to you very soon.